In a small town near green hills and a gentle stream, there lived Amma, a kind and warm elderly woman. Her home was a simple cottage at the edge of the town, surrounded by a garden, a few fruit trees, and a fence that whispered in the breeze. Amma had no children of her own, and her husband had passed away many years before. But Amma was not alone. She had Poppy, her small hen with soft white feathers, black spots on her wings, and a little red comb. Poppy followed Amma everywhere, clucking softly, as if sharing her own little thoughts in every conversation. The villagers would often smile when they saw the two moving slowly together, Amma with her cane and Poppy waddling beside her like a loyal and loving little companion. Every morning, as the sun painted the sky in shades of orange and pink, Poppy would lay a single warm and smooth egg. Amma would collect it with great care, hold it gently in her wrinkled hands, and whisper softly, "One is enough, my dear. May we always have just what we need." She would boil the egg, eat half for breakfast, and save the rest for dinner. Amma tended her small garden, grew her own vegetables, and lived with quiet peace in her heart. Then, one day, something unusual happened. Poppy laid two eggs instead of one. Amma blinked and whispered, "Two." Well, now, that's generous. She cooked one egg and took the second to the market, not asking for much, just enough to buy a handful of rice and a small piece of jaggery. The following days, Poppy continued to lay two eggs every morning. Soon, the villagers began to notice. "Sell both eggs, Amma," said one. "Feed Poppy more. Maybe she'll give three," said another. "Think bigger. You could have 10 hens. Build a business." But Amma only smiled warmly and said, "One for me and one to share. That is enough." She gave the extra eggs to a poor family nearby, to children walking home from school, or quietly left them on someone's doorstep without a word. With great affection, the people of the village began calling her Egg Amma. Then the monsoon came. The rain fell hard for many days. The nearby stream overflowed. The fields were washed away, and many families fell into difficult times. But Poppy kept laying two eggs each day, and Amma had been carefully saving many. She boiled them, pickled them, and quietly handed them out to those in need, never once asking for anything in return. One rainy afternoon, a group of villagers came to her door and said, "Amma, why didn't you sell more when you had the chance? Why didn't you try to make more money?" Amma paused, looked at them with warmth in her eyes, and said gently, "Because true happiness isn't about gathering more. It's about loving what we already have and sharing it when the time comes. I kept only what I needed. The rest was always a gift meant to be shared." Poppy clucked softly and snuggled against Amma's feet, as if in complete and quiet agreement. True happiness isn't about collecting more. It's about appreciating what we already have and choosing to share it with kindness. When we lift up others, we lift ourselves, and together we become truly rich in compassion, peace, and happiness.